Right, for years I've wanted a cheaper version of AirPods Max, and while we have not heard much regarding this, it seems like this could actually be in the works. Kind of. Let me explain. So basically, Beats, who Apple owns, is now developing new headphones they're going to call the Studio Pros, and we have some details regarding these found in iOS codes, and they're basically going to be the cheaper version of AirPods Max I've always wanted. So much like AirPods Max, this will have ANC transparency modes, personalized spatial audio, and also USB-C, which the Maxes do not have. And inside these headphones, we should hopefully have an Apple chip, maybe the H2 which AirPods Pro 2 have, and that could give this a bunch of features like adaptive transparency mode where of course harsher sounds are blocked out. That would be neat, but I would not be surprised if this sticks to H1 or of course has a custom Beats chip instead, since remember AirPods Max still only use H1, so I doubt Apple's going to give this H2 before the Maxes. But that's not a massive issue. As long as this stays at the same price as its predecessor, the Studio 3s, this should be a very good deal because $350 for what I'm assuming should sound very similar to the Maxes, but of course with a cheaper build, is pretty enticing. And by the way, would like to remind you guys, like this video and subscribe for more content like this, it would be appreciated. This also is going to get 4 different colors: black, white, dark blue, and brown, and the design itself is going to be very similar to the Studios. That's not a massive issue, they do look great. And so yeah, these really are going to be the AirPods Max Lite we've always wanted. Now yes, I know some of you guys might say AirPods Max can be found for around $350 because they've fallen down in price. But do remember, because these new Beats headphones start at $350, there is a very good chance in the coming months it could be $300 or maybe even $250, in which case it would be the same price as the Pros. So yes, I would not suggest buying this at retail price. If you can wait, I'm sure this will go on sale because Beats headphones always go on sale. And so yes guys, I'm looking forward to this, and it kind of makes up for the fact Apple's not released the 2nd gen Maxes. However, I will say that if we do see H2 in this, I'm very sure AirPods Max with the brand new H2 is going to launch pretty soon, and so yeah, hopefully we see that by the end of this year. Anyways, let's now delve into your comments. So Zed regarding new AirPods Max says, I hope they have new colors, that would be nice. And yes, I'm pretty sure we're going to get new colors, and I'm pretty sure they should be based on iPad Air 5 colors, since remember the 1st gen were based on the iPad Air 4 colors we had back then. So Xander says, I hope the battery life is better because I have the Pros, but as expected, earbuds are really not for me. I do prefer headphones, and so a price reduction would be in Apple's favor. And yes, I definitely think they should give us a price cut. I think $450 for these is a much better price. And regarding battery life, yes, Apple's far behind the competition in this aspect. It would be nice if the Max 2s does come with better battery life, and I think the combination of the H2 chip and a physically larger battery should give us exactly that. So Will Horror says, yes, I think it should be at least $80 cheaper, and they should also give us a sports model to create more interest and put both models side by side. Now previously I was waiting for an AirPods Lite or Sport version, but now we kinda have that with these Beats headphones. They're gonna be lighter because of the plastic builds, which makes them better for workouts, and they're obviously gonna be less expensive. And so yes, I guess instead of ruining the luxury image Apple has with their products, they're giving us the cheaper version we always wanted with the Beats brand instead. So David Bailey says, I want to buy an iMac, but I'm waiting for the March event to reveal a new one. I would hate to buy a refurbished one and then boop, new iMac. No one really knows. March, September, October next year. I sold my old M1 Mac Mini and I'm ready for an iMac with new colors and M3. So yes, unfortunately, unlike iPhones, Macs kinda have a release schedule that's all over the place. For example, no one expected new MacBooks to drop in Jan, but that was the case. And so yes, I'm hoping in the future there is a more consistent release schedule for the Macs, so that you know every October you can expect new Macs to release. However, German's pretty credible and he says we should see a late 2023 release, so if you can wait, we might see this iMac at some sort of October/November event, or maybe a press release around that time instead. So William says, I think Apple may get rid of the 14 Plus since no one is buying it. Instead they have the 15 by itself, and it would be in between the regular and plus size, at around 6.4 inches. This would mean there is room for a model above the 15 Pro Max in the range, which would be the 15 Ultra. I also think regarding USB-C on the iPhone, they could possibly make it a Pro or even Ultra exclusive until the legislation comes into place. So regarding your first point, I think that yes, there is a chance the 14 Plus could be killed off. However, it seems Apple does like to give new models another chance for survival, because we did see the 13 mini get released, even though the 12 mini was a massive flop. And so considering we have heard about the 15 Plus, I do think it's going to stay around for another year. But of course, your idea of one regular model being 6.4 inches, essentially what Apple's doing with the iPhone 11 and 10R, would be perfect. I think that makes a ton of sense. There should only really be one regular size, so I'm down for that change. However, regarding the idea of there being 3 Pro models, I think that would be too convoluted. I don't think we need a Pro Max and an Ultra in the range, since most wanting the bigger size also want the best features, and so replace the Pro Max with the Ultra. Since if anything, Apple has probably now learnt that hey, we don't need as many iPhone models in the range, just offer a basic regular size and then 2 Pro models, and that would be more than fine for most consumers. We don't need another size option. So Fred says, I have not used a Mac since 2017 and I would have definitely bought the 12-inch MacBook. Guess I'll just never buy a laptop or desktop again and stick with my M2 iPad Pro. Now this is exactly why the 12-inch MacBook should return, because yes, we have iPads, but they're more restricted with their UI, so for those who want a compact laptop experience, offering a 12-inch MacBook would be nice. You have the much more versatile macOS, and of course a more portable laptop for those coming from iPads. And so yeah, please Apple, do revive this in the near future. So Slow Cuba says a 15-inch M2 or later MacBook Air would be the perfect laptop for me, maybe coupled with an M3 Ultra Mac Studio, but I think since I've already sunk the money into my M1 Mac Mini and M1 Max MacBook Pro, still making payments there, I'll struggle on with what I have. Thanks for the vids. News about the 15-inch Air is welcome, and it will almost certainly be the laptop I'm most likely to buy in the future. And yes, a MacBook Air 15-inch coupled with, of course, a powerful desktop like the Mac Studio would be perfect. For me anyways, the base chips are more than fine for my use. I've yet to max out the M1 chip, and that's why I've wanted a MacBook Air 15-inch, because I do like the bigger size of the 16-inch, but I don't need the extra performance and all the other bells and whistles. I just want the screen size and the base M2 chip. And yeah, I'm very sure this will sell very well. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this, and thank you for watching.